I understand the rotation, and I understand, but what I don't understand is why the ordinance was put into effect. That's what I'm not understanding.
You know, Robert, let me just, my recollection and my understanding when I kind of reviewed what you guys did, or the commission before we got on there, was, and I don't know whether this is actually happening or not, but there's a rotation of different engineering firms, and my recollection was somehow or another there was an equalizer by saying how much money was going to go to each engineering firm with regards to the project, so that everybody would share equally in the work and in the funds that were being utilized. Now, I don't know if that's correct or not.
No, the resolution that I was referring to, it was a resolution that was presented back in 2008 to increase the threshold for the city.
Yeah, but that's not answering the question, my friend.
Okay.
Okay. The question that is before this commission right now is, I don't care why you did it, but what is the purpose of doing it without going for bids? And I don't care about the 15,000, I don't care about the 35,000, because that allows a little bit of flow to go through the city manager's office. But this is a $59,000 reward, and were other firms, engineering firms, given the opportunity to bid on this, and if not, why not? That's the question.
Okay, let me answer. Let me give you a few answers. Under Chapter 2254 of the Local Government Code, it allows municipalities to qualify professional services, in this case engineering and surveying services. So when the city wants to make an approach for professional services, we cannot ask for price. We need to qualify the firms first. In this case, what we did, we went out for statements of qualifications, and we qualified several firms. We put them on a rotation list, and then we negotiated at the end a rate. And that's what we're following. If you look on the analysis, we have a fixed rate of 8.5% of the total construction cost that is paid the same to all the engineers and surveying companies to do work for the city. So to answer your question is, we did procure the services because professional services are not procured by asking for a price. We need to qualify the companies first to be able to give them some work. In this case, it was in such a way that all the engineering and surveying firms work on a rotation contract at the same rate. The rate is 8.5% of the total construction cost of the design work.
So I don't, quite frankly, I don't think you answered the question. The reason being is, I know you have certain, firms that are qualified as engineers for certain specifications, and I realize that you have a certain rate of the 8.5%. But how do we know that when you say we rotate, how do we know that everybody gets an equal opportunity to bid, and how do we know that one company doesn't get a greater majority of the monies that are being spent on those services versus another? That's the question. And is there any safeguards? And I think that's what Counselor over there is saying, is that she would like to know, she wants to have the reasoning behind why we're doing it the way we're doing it, and she has a full right to find out why. And I don't know that we're getting an explanation that we should.
These are professional services.
We understand that part.
And what is occurring here is that all the other companies on the rotation are currently actively working on city projects, city streets, engineering city streets. And when we decided to get on this street, Amputech, which is on the rotation list, does not have a project. So they are next for the city to offer a project to.
I'm going to make a motion to table this because I personally need more information. I understand that they're next on the rotation. It's the background that's giving me the problem.
That's fair enough. There's a motion.
I don't think you're answering her question.
Yeah, I guess, and I think we should. There's a motion to table. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay. If this motion passes, I would suggest that perhaps maybe you get together with the commissioners, whoever has a question about how it's going, have a full explanation so they can fully understand and come back to us January the 3rd. I'm going to ask for a vote for the motion to table. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Okay, you've got 4 ayes and 2 nays, the motion carries. It will be tabled, and please place it on the agenda for January 3rd so that we don't stop any progress, okay? Okay.
Who was the nays?